Hello everyone, Charles Walhingford back again with another cigar video, and this video is about the state of my collection, the Humidor tour as people would call it. I have 4 Humidors to show you and also a container that I'm going to show you also. This video can literally be an hour long. We know that we don't want to sit here for an hour to watch this video. So I'm going to go through some highlights and go through some individual things I want to just cover and talk about. It's some really good cigars in here. Some of them will not get their full due, but that's just the way it works right now. Again, I don't want to make this video too long, so let's go ahead and get started. As you will see, there's no traditional, well, there will be one traditional humidor, but even that humidor will not look as traditional as the ones you usually will see. I will not go back to a traditional humidor. All these are the humidor coolers or cigar coolers, winadors. That's what I will go with if you're even if you're starting out. For the price you're going to pay for a traditional humidor that is just okay, none of them are really good. All of them, 100%, all of them are okay. These winadors outperform any traditional humidor. All right, let's go ahead and get started. So I want to talk about some great cigars that I have in here that are worth talking about. And there's no rhyme or reason to how I organize them. I would like to one day have them Nicaraguan, Dominican, then Cuban. But right now it's pretty much a mix of Nicaraguan and Dominican companies. Of course, you're going to have Honduran and things like that sprinkled in here. Carlos Terrano. This box is pretty much all the boxes that I'm going to show you, pretty much almost done. And I'm big into aging. These cigars are, if I'm not mistaken, about 5 years old, and they age really well. Then we have some of my father's Flor de las Antillas. If you're familiar with my father's, this is a really good cigar that got a lot of acclaim and really got my father's some great attention. Though they had some attention before, this got Cigar of the Year back in 2012. And of course, like I would say, and if it's Cigar of the Year, it would be box worthy, and it is. And I purchased that by the box. Unfortunately, throughout the years, the logo, which was just a sticker, came off. One of the best cigars I've ever had, literally one of the best cigars I've ever had, La Verte. That's why it's only a couple left, 2 are left in here. And I got a great deal online, and I cannot find a great deal for these online anymore. They're very expensive. I got the word got out, and I'm probably going to have to really baby and not smoke these anytime soon, though I have plenty of cigars that as you will see, waiting in the wings to get a chance to go in this humidor and get ready to be smoked. But man, these are really good. Really, really good. From 2013. 2013. You can see that, 2013. All right. This to me is the best aging room cigar. That's the F55 Quattro. And of course I have some more left in here. Quattro F55. To me, that's better than all the rest of them. This came out before the Nicaragua, and to me, it's better than Nicaragua that got Cigar of the Year. Why this didn't get Cigar of the Year makes me suspect on what they choose. We're gonna jump down here to some, just some mix of different cigars. Just one of the few times I have loose cigars that aren't connected to each other. I have some CEO Flathead F54s. We got the CAO Brasilia, which was a fantastic cigar if you want to buy by the box. Not going to cost you a lot, and they age really, really well. Perez Carrillo, this was the Encore, the cigar of the year. That's why it's still in here, because it got cigar of the year, but it to me wasn't that great. The Royale by Rocky Patel, this is one of my favorite cigars of all time. One of my favorite cigars of all time, Rocky Patel Royale. I have quite a few Aladinos, thanks to Ron Real recommending them to me. But honestly, guys, I don't think they're ready to be smoked right now. Some other people say, oh, they're great cigars. Right now, I would beg to differ. That's just on my palate. I think they have some time. They need some time in the humidor to age. And in case you're wondering, I use these cigar crystals. I don't use the great technology and all that good stuff as far as humidification. I use crystals, and it works great. And then by having this humidor cooler, cigar cooler, you don't need that highfalutin thing. There's some more mixed cigars, but these are all Drew Estate cigars. And we've got some Hoya Red also in here. Kentucky Fire Cured. I haven't had one of these yet, ever. I've never had one yet. I gotta sit down and have one. I keep forgetting I have them in here. And that's the way it goes sometimes. All right, and then we have some Ciclope. I'm not gonna get too much into these. Good cigars. Hoya Black, and a handful that you'll see down there, Andalusian Bull. This is one of the few cigars that I would say absolutely deserves all the hype. Absolutely deserves all the hype that you hear. That Andalusian Bull is worth every bit of the penny that they cost, and they're a pretty penny, and the price keeps going up, and it's a reason. Buy them if you can find them. Don't hesitate. Buy whatever you can afford. Really, trust me. That's probably the best cigar in this humidor right now. Bottom we have Fuma M Corda. Now this might be the second best cigar in here. Almost done with this box. Pretty sure that oh God. Every time I open this box, the smell is so fabulous. This has a strong, beautiful cocoa, chocolate, raw chocolate smell, baker's chocolate smell. Really nice. All right, that's the end of that humidor. It's way more cigars than that, but again, this humidor tour would take easy an hour if I were to spend all the time I would like to on what I have in these these humidors. All right, let's move to the next one. Now we are going to, I failed to mention the previous one was the Della. This is a NewAir. NewAir is probably, out of the three humidors I have here, as far as electronic winadors or cigar coolers, to me, NewAir is the best. NewAir is the best. And again, I would tell you, buy the biggest one you can afford, because you're going to fill these humidors up pretty quickly if you're really into cigars. So let's go over what we have here. T52 Flying Pig. Again, none of these boxes are completely full. That's for another video. All these humidors have boxes, but none of them are completely full because I like smoking them. And then all right, my new rule is that I will not open a new box until another box is has been completely smoked out. All right, Hoya AJ Fernandez, probably one of the best collaborations with AJ Fernandez as far as a cigar, the Amistad. And you saw before, I had the CAO Fuma M. Corda. This is the CAO Amazon Basin. This is just a smaller Vitola, but I love the Amazon Basin. They're in the whole line. The whole line is fantastic. This will be the only absolute full box. This is the Southern Draw Kutsu. I was so impressed by this cigar. I had 2, and I was like, I gotta buy a whole box. All right, so not a completely whole box, but this has quite a few unsmoked cigars in there, and that is the Tabernacle. If you're familiar with the Tabernacle, oh my goodness, you know how good of a cigar this is. But this cigar needs a little bit of time to be perfect to me. However, this box is from 2018, so this is not a new box. So the cigars in here have a good amount of age. 2 years is the first stage of a cigar having reasonable age, and it does have that. All right, so here are some really special cigars. This Humidor probably has a lot of money in it. If I ran into some problems, I could easily sell this Humidor and maybe get out of my money problems. This has some Byrons, quite a few Byrons in here. If you know anything about Byron, they are I would say terribly overpriced. I would just tell you they're expensive. They're not terribly overpriced. And I have something that a lot of people don't have. That's the Byron Maduro. Oh yeah, these are really nice. I would never ever put a Gurkha next to a Byron unless it was really good. I don't have many Gurkhas at all, and I would not tell people, go out and get some Gurkhas, except this one. This is this one and the other ones I'm going to talk about, the cellar reserves are actually pretty damn good. Then I have some D8s. These are Vegas de Santiago. The Vegas de Santiago is a Costa Rican company, much like Byron, but nowhere near the price of Byron. I fell in love with Byron, and I was like, I need to find some cigars that are just as good. But I still failed. They're not just as good. They're just really good. And this is Paul Gamarian. Paul Gamarian, some really high-level cigars. These cigars are not for anybody who wants flash. They want just good. And this is the Paul Gamarian Gourmet Series in Maduro. Man, some of the best smoking I've ever done with that cigar. I love Paul Gamarian, and those are the best Paul Gamarians. Now this is a box of, this shelf or this drawer is Arturo Fuentes. Arturo Fuentes, Arturo Fuentes, Arturo Fuentes. You'll see some Ashton ESG, yes, that's Arturo Fuente. You'll see various Opus X, various Opus X, various Opus X. And then you have Casa Cuba. I think the Casa Cuba are better than the Opus X. I really do. Sorry. That's the way I feel. Now, something that I really love is the Carlito God of Fire. Oh man, the Carlito God of Fire. Man, I can't tell you how much I love God of Fire. Series B, God of Fire. Then we have probably the best cigar of all that I've ever had, the Don Carlos Edition Aniversario. The Edition Aniversario is so good, so good. I don't know where I would put those amongst my cigar I've ever had, but they'll be, meaning the best cigars I've ever had. They're definitely at the top of the best cigars I've ever had. New World by AJ Fernandez. Samplers, La Flor Dominicana. These are the chisels. Chisel sampler. Chisel selection. Doesn't want to open. Yeah. Doesn't want to open. And then we have some Lanceros. In that same kind of sampler. All right, let's move on to the Audew.